Hi, I'm Gene Pfeiffer. Welcome to the MFA Goes to Work podcast for week 1. As you've probably read in the course description and weekly overviews, this course focuses on how the skills you have developed in the MFA program translate to the workplace. These are skills and capacities that today's employers are looking for across industries. Skills that include writing and content creation, imagination and creative process, the latter of which includes a range of skills such as comfort with uncertainty, listening and observing, curiosity, and idea generation. Though this is not a course on creativity or the creative process, and by the way, I think a set of courses on creativity could be helpful to MFA students. So even though this is not a course on creativity, you'll find that we'll keep coming back to creative topics throughout the term. You'll also need to put some thought into creativity every week with the MFA thinking exercise. More on that below. I really like what Barbara Dyer wrote in the article, Why Creativity is Absolutely Crucial in the Workplace. She wrote, when you walk into a creative workplace, you can sense it. There is a buzz in the air, the spaces are often playful, unorthodox, and people are energetic and engaged. Some may think that buying colorful furniture and instituting a casual dress code constitutes as creativity. Think again. She continues, all organizations have creative people, and they should be encouraged. But there is an important distinction between welcoming the occasional out-of-the-box idea and cultivating creativity as an approach to doing business. Promoting a culture of creativity requires honing the skills of observation and invention, generally the purview of artists and designers and writers, throughout your organization and aligning core systems to reinforce the creative process. So, if you're lucky, you'll find a place of work that promotes a culture of creativity. Now, I've heard the opinion that there are different kinds of creativity and different kinds of creative jobs, and of course that is true. It is also true that all human creativity shares similar processes, and I believe it's true that writers and people trained in MFA programs have honed those processes. I'm sure we'll discuss more on this later. So I hope you enjoy your readings this week. But before I go, I want to review some of the points from the Quick 10 PDF on creativity, located somewhere on this page. It's my hope that we'll keep some of these points in mind this week and throughout the term. The first is, creativity is a skill. It's not a mystery. It's not strictly an innate talent. It can be examined, practiced, and developed. It's like a muscle that can be strengthened. What we're going to do this term is occasionally work that muscle with some exercises. We're not looking to replace your own personal creative process or change the way you access your imagination when you write. We're just going to work our creative muscles. It's like a baseball player going into the cages for his swings. It's like a ballerina working the bar. It's like a musician doing scales. These workouts aren't performances, they're preparation for performance. The next thing from the PDF is to think about play, passion, and purpose. These are 3 things that are important to the creative process. Where do you play? Where do you have fun? What are you passionate about? What's your mission? What gives your life purpose? Are there any overlaps? Good questions to think about when it comes to creativity. The next from the PDF is the 2 words yes, and. Now this is from a book called The 7 Elements of Improv. And it goes like this about these 2 words. These 2 words form the bedrock of all improvisation. Creative breakthroughs occur in environments where ideas are not just fully explored, but heightened and stretched to levels that might seem absurd at first. That is where the best comedy comes from, and that's where invention is realized. Next point, creativity is evolutionary. Our ability to creatively solve problems provides the human species with competitive advantages. It provides MFAs with some competitive advantages as well. Next point, lateral thinking. The ability to be flexible and think around something in lateral ways lends itself to creative solutions, as opposed to vertical thinking, which digs deeper into the same line of reasoning. So sometimes a mile wide and a foot deep really works. Next point is divergent and convergent thinking. When we're using our imagination and brainstorming, that's divergent thinking. Retention and development of those good ideas that we've thought up is convergent thinking. A balance of these two ways of thinking are at the heart of a successful creative process. How do these two types of thinking work for you and your writing? Next point, creative problem solving. Creative problem solving and creativity is a process. Studies show that everyone goes through pretty much the same stages of the process. There are a number of models that describe the process. We will look at a few of them this term, and we'll apply them in our agency creative communications work. Here's one that we will base some of our discussions on, the creative problem solving model, CPS. It has been studied in depth, and it can be applied to many problems. The steps are 1. Clarify, 2. Ideate, 3. Develop, and 4. Implement. And the final point from the PDF is remember yes and, not yes but, and not no. Okay, thanks for listening. Let's get creative. I'll see you online throughout the week.